Elizabeth, you went from making, of course, your funny videos and everything to turning your studio into pretty much, I'm not going to say a sweatshop, but it has been a sweatshop.
Low-key.
Pretty much. You guys have been making masks, and this is very important to you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really important. I mean, we've been making fabric masks to donate to volunteers, like volunteers at the Salvation Army who work giving meals to the homeless and less fortunate, and then making sure that they get out to the medical community, and also friends. You know, now the CDC has announced that everyone should be wearing a mask when they go out to public places. So we're doing our part.
Who's your partner in crime?
Grinding.
Your partner in crime, who's that?
This is Sally Harvey Anderson, and she and I, it's a funny story. She's in my quarantine, basically when everything started to happen, and we knew that we were probably maybe not going to be able to leave our homes or be in a situation where we couldn't be in contact with that many people. Sally and I create comedy videos together. We're both actresses. And before this, we were planning this month to be writing a script for a short film that we were going to shoot. We finished that out, and so we decided very early on that it was like, okay, cool, we can hang out together. Then we can apply the rules of social distancing and quarantining, but we want to be able to create. Originally, at the time, we wanted to create content together, and then I think I made a mask. And posted a thing, you know, I sent a picture to my friends and they were like, oh, I'd buy that. And I was like, oh, you would? And then, so I was like, let me just put this up on the internet and I'll say that for every mask that people buy, we'll donate a mask to those in need and to nurses. Because I was already planning on, you know, donating as many as I could. And we just got hit with a flood. So it's been 9 days. Sally comes and basically works like 8-hour days. And then I've been, since I started, which I think was about 9 days ago, I'm doing 12 to 14-hour days, nonstop, cutting, sewing, and ironing, making masks to donate and masks for the orders. And I'll probably be doing that for the next 4 days.
Wow. How many masks have you guys done? Do you know?
At this point, we've done close to 300. And then by the time we get to the end of like our current sort of like order cycle, we will have donated approximately 500 and then made approximately 500 to sell, which is in an Amazon Prime world, you know, when people are used to getting things and like they're made in another country with machines and cheap labor. And we're just sewing our little brains out.
Yeah.
So it'll be over 1,000 masks. Like once it's all said and done, maybe up to 2,000, who knows?
Yeah, and let's also say that I'm going to say the selfish reason why you're doing these, because you want people to save the other masks, because you actually have a family member that works in the medical field that needs those medical masks, and that is your selfish way of saying, no, get these, don't take it from this medical field.
Yes, exactly. Well, there's a couple different factors. I have a sister who's a critical care nurse. Actually, her unit in Sacramento, California, is a COVID-19 unit. So she is directly and specifically, and her fiance is also a respiratory therapist. So they're directly and specifically engaging with COVID patients. All of their patients are COVID. And so she's aware and dealing with the supply shortage. So there's two factors. One is that nurses are short on supplies. And so if you're if you're a regular person and you're not a nurse, you absolutely 100% should not be using an N95, unless you just had it in your garage and you can't donate it, but like you should be using a fabric mask only. Save the medical supplies for the people who need them, because when you're a nurse, you're in that room with a COVID-19 patient, sometimes doing procedures or for a half an hour, they're under such continuous exposure. So if you're a non-medical professional and you're out, a fabric mask is going to be fine to help protect you from others and others from you, as long as you're applying social distancing. And then we also some people wear these. Here's one of them. We make cool little superhero ones. We're donating them like to nurses. And so pretty much every set that goes out to medical professionals is a donation. We make sure that there's a lot of superheroes on them, because there are superheroes.
I love it.
And that sometimes they put them over their N95 to protect their equipment. My sister bought herself like a face shield, and then she wears her fabric mask. And yeah, so it's a whole, there's a mask shortage and people need them.
Okay, how can people, of course, get one of your custom-made masks?
I have an Etsy shop. It's called Monarch Clothing. And they can also go, like, all the information and like also tutorials on how to make your own mask. My mom made a YouTube video. Everything is on my Instagram. So that's a great hub. The link to my Etsy shop is on my Instagram. So everything's there.
I love it. And of course, you got to watch her hilarious Instagram videos. So it's great. Thank you, you two. Thank you very much. It's good seeing you.
Yes. Yeah, good seeing you too. Bye.
All right, bye.